Right, welcome. Our next topic is minerals, a hugely important topic in geology. Minerals are what make up rocks, right? So they're the basic ingredients of what we study here in geology. You might have heard of minerals in your everyday life. You probably haven't heard of them in the same way we talk about that in geology. So when people say, like, be sure to eat your minerals, often not the same thing. When people say, like, there's minerals in your makeup, sometimes the same thing, sometimes not the same thing. So I want you to, for a second, just forget all of the other definitions you have heard of minerals so that you can learn the new definition that is specific to geology. Right? So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, minerals. Before I give you the specific definition, I just want to give you some examples of minerals that you are already familiar with in your everyday life. Just to show you that, minerals aren't this like weird unknown thing. You're already pretty familiar with them, even if you don't know about it. So one mineral that you should be super familiar with is halite, which is actually just table salt. So you've already eaten this mineral today, probably. Halite is a mineral that naturally forms as a little cube. If you were to take your table salt, put it underneath a microscope and look at each individual crystal, they would each form as a little cube. That's a natural crystal shape. And it naturally forms when things like salty oceans, salty lakes evaporate, and then that salt precipitates out as a solid, right? So halite, table salt, one mineral you're already familiar with. You're probably also familiar with quartz. Quartz is known as a silicate mineral because it has silica and oxygen within its chemical formula. It's actually just silica and oxygen. And quartz is a hugely important mineral in terms of an economic resource. So many things you've already used today have quartz in them and required a geologist, a miner, to go dig that up out of the ground, refine it for you to make that product. So for example, my eyeglasses have silica in the lenses. My cell phone has all sorts of silica components, both the screen, also the silicone inside of it. Often cement. So the building that I'm in is made up of cement that has silica quartz within it. And so silica is incredibly important. Quartz is incredibly important. Another mineral you're probably familiar with is garnet. All gemstones that are naturally formed are minerals. Garnet's just one example of that. And garnet naturally formed as a dodecahedron, meaning it has 12 faces on it when it's able to form into its natural shape. Okay? So those are just a few examples of some minerals that you're already familiar with, just to show you how minerals can show up in your everyday life.